World Gun History. Episode 1. What if one weapon became so widespread that it changed not just wars, but governments, revolutions, and the shape of modern history? That weapon was the AK-47. The AK-47 is one of the most recognized rifles ever created. Even people who know almost nothing about firearms usually know its silhouette. But the AK-47 is not famous just because it looks distinctive. It became famous because it was simple, durable, cheap to produce, and effective in harsh conditions. The story begins in the Soviet Union after World War II. The Red Army had seen how modern warfare was changing. Soldiers needed something lighter and more flexible than the old long rifles used in earlier wars. They wanted a weapon that could fire quickly, work in mud, dust, snow, and rain, and still be easy for ordinary soldiers to use. That is where Mikhail Kalashnikov enters the story. Kalashnikov was a Soviet tank mechanic and soldier who became interested in weapon design after being wounded during the war. He was not working alone in a vacuum, and historians still debate exactly how much of the design was inspired by earlier rifles, especially the German Sturmgewehr 44. But what is clear is this: the final Soviet design became one of the most important military weapons of the 20th century. In 1947, the rifle that would become known as the Avtomat Kalashnikova, or AK-47, was finalized. It used an intermediate cartridge, which gave soldiers a balance between power and controllability that mattered. It meant troops could fire more effectively in the types of fast-moving battles that defined the post-war era. But the AK-47's real strength was reliability. It could keep working in environments where other weapons jammed. Mud, sand, freezing cold, poor maintenance. The AK was built to survive it. That made it valuable not only to large national armies, but also to smaller forces, guerrilla movements, and revolutionary groups around the world. As the Cold War expanded, the rifle spread with it. Soviet allies manufactured their own versions. China produced the Type 56. Eastern Bloc states built licensed copies. Over time, millions upon millions of AK pattern rifles were made. Some estimates place the number above 75 million for AK-style rifles alone, and far higher for the wider Kalashnikov family. That enormous spread changed history. The AK-47 appeared in wars of independence, civil wars, insurgencies, proxy conflicts, and state militaries across Africa, Asia, the Middle East, and Latin America. It became not just a weapon, but a symbol. In some places it represented revolution. In others, power. In others, fear. That symbolism is so strong that the outline of an AK even appears on the flag of Mozambique. Very few weapons in history have become political icons in that way. But there are myths too. Not every rifle people call an AK is a true original Soviet AK-47. Many are later variants, especially the AKM, which became even more common. And while people often speak of the AK as if it won wars on its own, history is never that simple. Weapons matter, but training, logistics, leadership, politics, and morale matter too. Still, the AK-47 changed modern warfare because it gave millions of fighters access to a rugged automatic rifle that was easy to use and hard to break. That combination made it one of the most influential weapons ever made. The AK-47 did not just shape battlefields. It shaped